get high. Call out the engine, ring up the station. I am on the spot.
Hello guys and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a very different kind of video. Most people show you tactics or formations or say how to build a good player, and then maybe they comment on their videos about such games. But what I want to do here is point out how you're supposed to build a team, how it influences the percentage that you put in certain players, how you're supposed to draw percentage in some players, how you're supposed to really make it so nobody can beat you no matter what kind of rule you're playing, what kind of minimal player it is. This is gonna be something different, but I promise you this is very valuable information, because the way you build your team, the way you, like, the percentage that you use in your players is gonna be a key determining factor in winning or losing. So games are gonna be predetermined in this way, and you're gonna have a massive advantage just by doing that. So let's begin. In this match, the manager is going to be defeated for one simple reason. He repeated in league, and now he has amazing players, 180%, 160%, but he doesn't have negative players to compensate, so he can draw percentage quickly and efficiently. This other manager, Nikolai, is gonna be using amazing players, but the reason he's allowing himself to do that within a margin, a limit in the tournament, which is 125, is that MC, Palmeira. And you see now how he builds his team is very important. It's gonna make this match a very close match, a very tight match, and this is what you have to aim. You have to recognize which one are the most important points in a team. And if you're gonna drop quality, the best way is doing it like him. He is using an MC right there, one player, only one player to drop percentage, and he's doing it efficiently. 2-1. I mean, I could have lost that game. Now, this is another tournament. We have here a rule at 130%, and the minimum player is 40%. Now, the problem here is that he's using a lot of players to draw percentage. He's using 2 MCs, and then he's using DL on the air. So he can't really be efficient with that. He could be efficient if those 4 players were negative, and thus allowing the rest of the team to be at 160, 180%. But because there is a minimum rule, this idea doesn't really function. And the fact is that I'm only using 2 players. I'm using a DR and I'm using a DL, which are allowing me to drop a little bit of percentage. I don't have very high players at 180 like him. So here I have the advantage. And because I have more efficient distribution of percentage among my team, this match is already decided. Doesn't matter if there is a minimum rule, because what I did, the most important thing that I did, was build this team correctly. So here you go, you're seeing another player here. I'm gonna be showing you this later.
Have mercy. Please, please.
There is no mercy. Do not worry. I'm not going to kill you. I have other uses for you.
That's what happens in the match. You know, I try to teach you, I try to explain to you, but if you don't get it, then the match comes, and you know, people are gonna just beat you, and they're gonna run through you like a bulldozer. So hear me out. I have an amazing team, but this is not the reason why I'm beating him. If you watch my team, you see here that I have a DL that is at 40%, and I have a very low percentage DR. Now, we're gonna watch the team of the opponent, and you're gonna see how amazing his players are. Really, really amazing. Like this player, amazing mutant, right? But then he has 90% DL. I mean, I had a 40%. Amazing DC, you know. And then you see this, and it's like Okay, okay. So you notice that he's not really using the understanding of dropping percentage in certain players. This is another amazing player. How did I do 4-0? You know, here we have an MC, and you see again, he's dropping percentage in those positions, so he can use this kind of amazing players. But he doesn't understand the concept that there has to be certain positions which need to be very low, and then there needs to be another that needs to be pushed really high, because he's training 4 players. Like similarly, he's gonna lose. That match was predetermined. And this is another example. Here we don't have a minimum rule, and so the mistake here is even worse, because here we can use negative players, but this manager is not using a single negative player. So right from the start, he's going to lose. And I mean, this guy has amazing players again, but it's the way he builds his team that is the big thing here that is going to make him lose. And I beat him the second game like 5-1, I think. And again, you know, it's not that I'm better than him, it's not that my tactic is better, it's not because I have mutants, because I have been defeated by players that have 250% in percentage. But this guy doesn't make use of negative players in a tournament in which that is allowed. And the worst part is that he's using the second mistake that the previous guy was doing, which is he's distributing a lot of low percentage players. What he should be doing is, say, concentrate those low percentage in only 2 players and have the rest high. Like me, you're gonna see my team as this match progresses, and you're gonna see how I'm doing it.
mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he cared about from dying.
He could actually save people from death.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.